What's up, guys? We're back again today with another great video, and in today's video we're actually going to be working on the Highlander again. So this product was sent out by cartrimhome, you know, a good partner of the channel. Unveiled a lot of their great products for the Highlander for you guys. This product actually is really cool. It allows you from the driver's seat or from any other spot, basically remotely, to move your passenger seat. And then at first I was like, why, you know, what would I use that for? Or, you know, what exactly application would that be good for? Well, we just had a son. Some of you guys probably know that. And a lot of times we'll be walking in the car, and I'll kind of show you guys for an example here in a minute, but we walk into the car, going to put the car seat in the back, and the seat on the passenger side is too far back. So his car seat won't clip in. So it's kind of annoying. You know, then we've got to open up the passenger door, walk up here, move the seat forward, then go back with him and clip it in. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. So something like this will actually make it a lot easier, where you can actually move that front seat from the back. So I'll kind of show you guys the product right here. Another good example would be maybe the passenger seat's scooted way back and you're going to have people back there. Instead of having to reach all the way across your seat, or maybe the passenger seat's blocking your mirror or blocking a blind spot, instead of reaching all the way across that seat to move it back, you can now just do it remotely with that switch, and it'll actually move it back for you instead of having to do all that. So let me show you the product. It's really sleek and small, and it hooks into all your factory stuff. The install will be super quick. It'll be maybe a little bit harder to show you guys just because it's underneath the passenger seat, but I'll show you the best I can. So let's go ahead, we'll check out the product, then we'll get into the install. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys kind of what I was explaining a minute ago. So obviously for us, we'll have a car seat like this. We'll come up to the car, we'll open up the door, and as you guys can see, you go in with the car seat, but it's not going to clip down because the front seat is too far back. So in this case, you know, you've got your baby in here. You're going to either have to pick him up and carry him back around the door, or you're going to have to just sit him in here like this and hope he doesn't fall. And then you're going to have to go back around here, slide your seat all the way up, and then you're going to have to come back all the way to here, grab the car seat again, and then to click it in. So this will actually allow you guys to be able to do that same function and just stay right here at this door of the car. So guys, if you're worried about your ladies going out shopping, whatever, with the baby, this is one thing that'll kind of be a safer thing, because the woman can stay with the baby the whole time, because you'll be right here instead of having to walk back and forth, or sitting the baby here, moving the seat forward and the car seat falling forward. This will just be a cool application for that. Obviously there's other applications that'll work as well, but this is the main reason why we're installing it in our car. All right, guys, so right here is all you need to do the install. So we've got the harness right here that's going to make it work. We've got our remote here that will allow us to move that seat forward or back. It actually tilts the back forward or back, and it slides it forward and back either way. You can put that anywhere in the car you would like. Comes with a couple zip ties. We actually have the module right here that makes it work remotely with the remote. We've got our wipes so we can put the adhesive on, and that'll allow us to mount our remote where we want it. We also have some adhesive with some Velcro, that way we can mount this module up under the seat, and then our instruction guide right here. So that's pretty much everything that comes with the kit. All right, so first thing you're going to need for the install will be some pry tools. Or a flathead screwdriver. I would suggest getting some of these plastic ones just so you don't hurt the plastics on your seat. What I've done off camera, I've located where the harness is that we need to plug into. And with that being said, what we're going to do is we're actually going to take this plastic panel off right here, because it's going to make it a lot easier to access than trying to go through the back or through the front, because it's actually hard to even see coming through the back or through the front. But once you pop this off, that'll give us access to the plug that's actually, it's plugged in like right here to the module that controls these. And then that'll allow us to plug in our piggyback in this module, and then we'll mount that probably back here somewhere where it's hidden. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're actually going to start up front right here, and I've actually already kind of popped this off to show you guys. So you're actually going to have to take your pry tool in right here, and you're going to pull this outward right here. And as you guys can see on this, because I've already done it, what you're going to do is the tabs actually pop into here, and that's what makes them clip in. So once you have this undone right here, and just so you guys know, the plastics that go around the seat are actually super tight compared to some of the ones up on the dash. The dash is actually a heck of a lot easier to take apart than this right in here. The next piece that you're going to have is there's like a metal prong that comes out right here, and you're just going to grab this and lift it up and over that. And once you do that, you can see the metal prong right here that's kind of holding it, and this is what it looks like on this side. Then once you do that, everything will kind of still be stuck on there. I'm going to push this back in, that way I can kind of show you guys. It'll kind of be on there like this, and what you're going to want to do is run your hand down right here, or take a pry tool down right here, and you're going to pull super hard right here. And as you guys can see, it's pretty tough. Once you do that, you'll see that this is what it looks like right here. So it's basically just this plastic peg that goes into the square right here. Once you do that, it actually pops apart some of the clips up here as well. This clip right here is a pain in the butt, and it's really hard to pull off. So just kind of work at it slowly. You don't want to go crazy and break it or do something like that. One thing that you can do is kind of pull back on it really hard. And if you've got a pry tool like this, you can kind of slide it in the top of the square and kind of help pry it out. That'll make it a little easier. So once you've got this like this right here, you can actually gain access. Let me see if I can get it unhooked. You can actually gain, yeah, here we go. You can actually gain access to the plug. So the plug is actually right here, as you can see, and then here's the module that controls your switches. And I just unplugged it right there. You couldn't see it because I was just using one hand, but you're going to push in this trigger right here and then pull back, and then you'll get it. So now let's grab our module and we'll plug it in here, and then we'll plug the piggy back in there, and we'll test and see if it works. So as I told you guys before, this is a super easy install. The hardest part's going to be just getting your plastics off from around your seat. After that, you'll be good, and then just putting them all back to where you make sure they're nice and secure and they're not going to fall off. All right, so now we've got our module, and I'll show you right here. So the wire that has the most wires on it, as you guys can see, you know, this one's only got a couple, this one's only got a couple. The one that has the most wires on it, and actually has like this yellow clip in it, that's what's going to clip into your module. So you'll clip that into there. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to take our factory harness, which is right here that we just unplugged. We're going to plug it into the female side right here. Make sure you hear that click. And then now we're going to take this side and we're going to plug it back in to the module that's actually on, you know, behind the buttons right here. So where your factory harness used to be. So we'll take and we'll plug that in there, just like that. And you guys heard it clip. So now what we can do is we can test our seat, and we'll make sure that it still works with these buttons. So forward and back, and then our tilt, which you guys can't see it just out of frame, but it is working like it's supposed to. Now what we're going to do is now we'll grab our button right here and we'll make sure it's going to work. So we'll go forward and back. The first time you use this, like how I was doing it, it says to hold it, to hold the button, and it'll sync with this module. So if it don't work immediately, just hold the button down and it'll sync with this. So obviously backwards, forwards, and we'll check our tilt. There's up and there's back. So this is working. Everything's working like it's supposed to. So now I'm going to show you guys where we're going to mount this at in here so it's not bouncing around or it's loose, and we'll take some of those zip ties and we'll clean up our wire. Alright, so it looks like our best spot to mount it is actually going to be kind of back in this circle area. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Velcro. So you got two pieces of Velcro here. So we're going to take this, or hook and loop, whatever you guys want to call it. We're going to take and we're going to peel this back. Make sure your module is good and clean as well. You know, make sure it doesn't have any dirt or anything on it. That way the adhesive sticks good. So we'll take and we'll peel your backing off right here, just like that. We'll take and we'll stick it on just like this right there. Also make sure you clean your plastic on the inside as well. That way you got a good place to stick this to. I'm actually going to go ahead and pause the camera and clean mine off really quick. But once you do that, then we'll just peel this backing off right here, and then we'll stick it to the inside, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm finished. Alright, so as you guys can see, we have it velcroed right up in there. I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see. Let me see if I can get my flashlight. So as you guys can see right there, it's kind of what it looks like. And then we've got our wires running down right here, and you can see where it's plugged in. I'm going to go ahead and zip tie these wires, kind of bundle them up together. That way they're not bouncing around while you're driving. You don't hear like an annoying rattle. And then once we do that, we'll be ready to clip everything back together. Alright, so we went ahead and we zip tied our harness right here and right there. That way they're just kind of together. And then we ran the wires underneath this clip that's got to go in right there. And then that way what will happen is this kind of runs down below that clip, and as you can see on the seat right here, it's an open area. So that way we're not going to pinch the wires or do anything like that. Alright, so we got everything buttoned up. As you guys can see, it all looks good. Just make sure that this part's really tight, so you really got to push it together. Also, right here, just make sure you got that on there good, and make sure you get this clip pushed all the way in, because these panels are super tight on this seat. So just make sure you're kind of going to have to be a little bit rougher with it than you would panels up here or like your door panel or something. So now let's go back here and we'll see where we're actually going to mount our button. So as you guys can see, right here is the button. I'm going to move the seat back up real quick. So for our application, like what I was telling you guys, we put the baby in right here. It would be really easy if this button was probably just mounted right inside the door on the B pillar right here, just on the inside. So that's probably where I'm going to mount it at, because we're really going to be using it for this function, not really the function of, you know, the seat being too far forward and you can't see your blind spot or something. If that's the case, then, you know, you could mount it. A lot of people have mounted these, you know, to the side of the seat right here. That way it's easy for the driver to do it. You could really put it anywhere, or you don't even have to mount it to the seat. You could just like put it inside your glove box or something like that. But for our application, I'm going to take and I'm actually going to mount it right here. That way it's easier for me or Taylor to, you know, move the seat up when we're putting Blaine in the car. So I'm going to take our wet wipe that they provided and just kind of prep the surface right here where we are going to put it at. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put it at right here just yet, but we'll go ahead and prep it. And then now we'll take that adhesive off the back. So it's just your double-sided sticky tape. So you'll pull this red off the back of this and we'll stick it on. Alright, so we've got the switch mounted up. As you guys can see, it's really nice because it actually looks factory. It really don't stick off the wall too much, and probably you wouldn't even notice it unless you were just paying attention to it. But as you guys can see, there's what it looks like. Alright, so you remember our demonstration at the beginning of the video, so now we're going to do it again. So you've got the car seat. We're going to go to the back of the car, open it up, and try to put the car seat in. And as you guys can see, it's a little too small right here. So now we can just reach in and we can scoot the seat forward, or we can tilt it forward to where we can put the car seat in. So now that's in. Now we can go ahead and put the car seat in, and then if you want to, you can go ahead and tilt it back. That way the seat's kind of touching the car seat and making it a little bit more stable. So you can see it happened a lot easier and a lot quicker. We didn't have to walk around. We didn't have to leave the baby right here or anything like that. So it's a lot safer all in all. And it's just not as annoying when it's raining and stuff like that. You can just do it all from this switch. All right, guys. So again, thank you for all your support. I really appreciate you guys watching the videos and checking out the channel, because that allows me to continue doing cool stuff like this and doing different install videos and unboxings for you guys. So we can continue making our Highlanders better, and it's easier for you guys to install it watching a video. I'm a big learner from visually learning from other people sometimes. And I'm glad that Car Trim Home allows me to kind of test the products first for you guys to make it a little bit easier for you guys when you install them. So again, we've got some cool stuff coming up for the Corvette right here. We've got a new grill and a diffuser, so we're going to be working on it probably coming up. We also have, I have to put in the USB switches in the Corolla outside where we installed that aftermarket radio, so I'll be showing you guys that as well. So some cool stuff coming up. Not sure what we got planned yet for the Highlander, but I'm sure there'll be some more stuff coming for it as well. But anyway, guys, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, and remember, build your masterpiece.
Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain.